the world seemed to stop, we carry on, continue to dream and create. We don't just work with what we know. We innovate to adapt, so you can drive your career forward. We don't just make you feel welcome. We provide everyone an equal opportunity to succeed. We don't stop at just enough. We go extra to care and provide, so you can brave the world safely. Times aren't the same, but we've always been different. We are concentrics. We dream different. We create different. We embrace different.
There are 3 easy steps in creating a resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz .jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes, and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Mercy, the automated recruitment assistant of VXI Philippines. Do you want to know how to jumpstart an awesome career? Join VXI and be part of the International ICT Award 2019's Best Employer of the Year finalist, Best Company of the Year, Best Contact Center, Most Innovative Company of the Year for 2 years, Hall of Fame for Best Contact Center and BPO Company of the Year for 2017, 2018, and 2019. We are hiring account representatives for customer service, sales, and technical support. Find us in a site near you. Quezon City, Makati City, Mall of Asia, Pasay, Clark, Pampanga, and Davao City. Enjoy a competitive compensation package and industry best incentives. Apply via Facebook Messenger at VXIPH. Email us at careersph@vxi.com. Text your full name, location, and preferred interview schedule to 0917-777-5555 for Luzon and 0965-932-9745 or 0961-757-8361 for Davao. We can't wait to have you on the team soon. Apply now!
Ayun na,
Eric,
ma'am.
ganda ba?
Medyo konti. Ito na, malapit na.
Bilis ang Eric kasi nagugutom na.
Kulang ako sa kulay eh. Ayun o. Ayun o.
Bilis sa chopping board mo ko.
Hindi po chopping board, ma'am. Wait lang, huwag kayo malikot.
Eric, hindi ko na kaya. Sorry
Matagal pa, ma'am.
Kasi
Ano ba po eh?
nandiyan na yung mga schoolmates
Ay!
natin.
Nagbabalik ang inyong online tambayan dito sa Pamantasan. Ako si Eric.
Maghahatid ka lang ng everything you have to know. Ako, si Yel.
Tampok ang mga nakaka-proud at tuwarang PUPians.
Muli nyo kami makakasama dito sa
Pinakausap-usapan sa
Pamantasan. Alam mo, Eric, na ang bilis ng panahon. Biruin mo, tapos na naman ang isang buwan ng taon na to,
Yes,
di
ma'am,
ba?
Third
Baka New
month
Year
na agad,
lang, oo,
ma'am.
tama.
Malapit na, ilan na lang. Sobra, ilan na lang.
Pero alam mo, Eric, bago natin namnamin ang buwan na ito, gusto ko lang malaman o balikan yung mga nangyari nung nakaraang buwan.
Ayun,
diba?
ma'am, pero-
Bukod sa naging third wheel ka, aminin mo.
Grabe yun, mama. Pero nga po, di ba, ma'am, napakaraming naganap ngayong February, lalo na po tinagurian itong Arts Month.
Tama ka dyan, Eric. Kaya nga tampok sa episode natin na ito ay yung mga topic na medyo artsy o may mga kinalaman sa arts.
Ano kaya? Ano ko, mama? Ano kaya yung mga yan? Na-excite na talaga po ako talaga dyan.
Ito, unahin na natin, Eric. Alam mo ba, tampok sa episode ngayon ng Now You Know ay isang struktura o lugar na sa ating sintang paaralan na napaka-importante sa atin.
Ayan,
Kasi dito ginaganap at ang iba't ibang performances o mga events ng ating
Ayun,
university.
yung mga ano dyan, ma'am, theater play.
Yes,
ganun.
theater play,
Pero ma'am, alam niyo po,
musical.
meron po akong hint dyan eh. Parang familiar na sa akin yung lugar na yan eh.
Alam mo, dapat lang, kasi sa college nyo to,
Kaya nga po, may hint. Medyo may,
may hint,
lang.
di ba? Pero alam mo, para malaman ang history about dito, panoorin mo to.
Ayan, ma'am.
Kaliwat ka ng mga selebrasyon ang ipinagdiriwang ng ating sintang paaralan. At syempre, isa na riyan ang sining na tinatangkilik ng ating mga scholar ng bayan. At bahagi sa pagtangkilik sa sining na ito, ang mga pagtatanghal na sinasagawa sa ating teatro. Pero mga schoolmates, nakabisita na ba kayo sa ating University Theater? Everything you have to know, dito sa Now You Know.
Tanghalang PUP yan. Polytechnic University of the Philippines State. Tanghalang PUP. Oo, tanghalang PUP ang tanghala ng bayan.
Taong 2014, na-opisyal na tawaging University Theater o tanghalang PUP ang tanghala ng bayan, ang istruktura na dating mas kinilala bilang COC Theater na nasa ilalim ng pamamahalan ng University Center for Culture and the Arts o UCCA. Ang pagpapatayo nito ay pinangunahan ng dating binang kolehiyo na si Dr. Rustica Carpio para maging lugar sa mga gaganaping produksyon ng mga mag-aaral mula sa College of Languages and Mass Communication at para sa bagong programang AB Theater Arts noong 2003.
Dito pinarangalan si Nora Honor. Dinala siya ng Alliance of Concerned Teachers dito at dito natin siya pinarangalan. We don't have that much but Nora Honor was telling ito ang pinakamasarap na award kasi nandito yung masa.
Bukod dito, Nanay Maming the Musical, ang pinag-uusig at mabuhay ang bagong kasal ni Bonifacio Ilagan ang ilan sa mga pagtatanghal na naganap sa University Theater.
Sa kasalukuyan, patuloy na sinusuportahan ng tanghalang PUP ang iba't ibang produksyon at aktibidad ng mga organisasyon sa loob ng sintang paaralan, pang-akademiko man o hindi.
Mahalaga na meron tayong university theater para magkaroon tayo ng isang legitimate space. Ang teatro ay isang, kumbaga, espasyo para may pahayag ang ating, o may express ang ating creativity.
Talaga namang naging saksi at tanghalang PUP sa mga makukulay na pagtatanghal at aktibidad ng mga isko at iska sa ating sintang paaralan. Naway maging tanglaw ang University Theater upang mamulat tayo sa tunay na kahalagahan ng ating kultura at sine para sa ating mga scholar ng bayan.
Wow, ma'am, talagang grabe! Grabe, ma'am. Ang dami palang naganap na happenings and events na dyan sa PUP Theater.
Tama, Eric. Alam mo, isa tong malaking parte ng ating university kasi marami ng matagumpay na performance at events ang nangyari dito, di ba?
ma'am,
Ang
grabe.
naganap
Kaya-
dito.
Kaya nga, ma'am, parang gusto ko
Ang ginagawa mo, Eric? Ano? Eric,
Hindi, ma'am, gusto ko po mag-perform eh.
Eric, wag naman dito. Siyempre, doon na
Hindi.
sa theater.
Sige
Di
po,
ba?
ma'am.
Para
Sorry,
feel na
ma'am.
feel mo yung
Sorry po, sorry
vibe.
po. Pero medyo na-miss ko lang kasi Sir Dennis, ma'am eh.
Oo
Kasi
nga
bigla,
eh.
di ba, ma'am, biglang magpa-perform na lang gumagawa.
Habang nag-ghost, di ba? Alam mo si Sir Dennis yan, sasayaw talaga habang nag-ghost
Yes,
kasi di na pakabog.
Yes, ma'am. Ayaw niya po
Diba?
talaga magpakabog, ma'am.
Tama.
Pero, ma'am, nabanggit niya po ba sa inyo
Ang alin?
na may kinita siyang PUP alumni?
Anong ginawa nila?
Ma'am, hindi po kasi dito po nagtuturo ngayon yun sa Sintang Paaralan.
So ayan na naman na sinasabi ko. Kaya wala nga si Sir Dennis, pinuntahan niya para interviewin.
Yes. Tama, Ma'am Yel. At para malaman natin kung sino nga po ang kasama ni Sir Dennis,
Sige, panoorin natin.
panoorin natin ang
Sofa Session!
Halina't kumustahin at kilalanin ang mga nakaka-proud at huwarang PUP and alumni all over the world. Ako si Sir D at ito ang Sofa Session. Scholar ng bayan noon, scholar para sa bayan ngayon. Nagtapos siya ng Bachelor of Accountancy Batch 1993. Nagpamalas siya ng galing sa paglikha ng iba't ibang mga kahanga-hangang obra. Dahil dito ay kaliwat kanan ang mga natanggap niyang parangal mula sa loob at labas ng bansa bilang pagkilala sa kanyang ipinamalas ng husay at galing. Sa kasalukuyan ay patuloy siyang naglalakbay upang maipagmalaki at makilala sa buong mundo ang kulturang Pilipino. Estudyante noon, artista ng bayan ngayon. Schoolmates, let us all welcome Mr. Boyet de Mesa! Woo! Yes! Hi sir, magandang umaga po. Please have a seat po. Yan. Nako. Nakaka-proud no na at nakaka-amaze na kayo po ay nakadaupang palad ko ang isang highly recognized na visual artist all over the world, di ba, sir? Congratulations po pala. Yeah. And by the way, speaking of visual artist, pwede po ba nating i-define ng kaunti yung ano ba ang or sino ba ang isang visual artist?
Sige, ang visual artist ay artist na nag-express through visual. So, kadalasan yan, makikita mo ang result niyan to painting,
Yes.
sculpture, performance, installation art, saka iba-iba pang media.
Oh.
Basta magagamit mo yung sense mo ng seeing.
Seeing, yeah. Kaya siya visual.
Visual.
So, expressing your emotions through those things. Anyway, sir, ngayon po ay welcome po sa ating pong Sofa Sessions and meron lang po tayong ilang mga katanungan po na kailangan niyo pong sagutin para mas lalong ma-inspire ang ating pong mga schoolmates or mga scholar ng bayan. Okay po? So, handa na po ba kayo, sir?
Ready na.
Yes! So, ito po ang mga questions, no? Unang-una ay, kumusta ang pagiging estudyante noon sa PUP?
Mahilig kami sa pagpunta sa mga gigs.
Okay,
Kasi
sir.
marami kami natutunan doon. So, uso yung pamorningan sa mga concerts. So,
Oh.
punta kami kahit saan.
So,
Susundan namin yung mga independent artists. Namulat ako sa visual art dito sa PUP kasi may grupo dito, ang pangalan ay Panday Pira.
Panday Pira.
Pandayan ng Pilipinong Kultura. So,
Ay, wow.
visual group siya.
Visual
Noong,
group.
Late 80s.
Late 80s.
Tapos, di ba, lagi tayong meron ditong freshman orientation.
Opo.
So, nandun kami, nakapanood ako.
Mhm.
Yung buong gym natin, merong isang malaking canvas doon. Tapos, nagpipinta sila. Marami sila. So, siguro mga 30 minutes, natapos nila yung painting na malaki. Tapos, doon ako namangha kasi ginawa nila ng sama-sama. Dahil mahilig na ako mag-drawing.
Opo.
So, pumunta na ako sa Panday Tera.
Ang galing. So, saludo kami sa mga panday pira, no? Next question, paano po naapektuhan ng sining ang buhay po ninyo? And ano ang dahilan kung bakit po ito ninyo napili na career?
Dahil nga, ang art ay nagbibigay sa iyo ng laya,
Yes, freedom.
freedom, tapos ang art ay kumbaga walang boundaries.
Mhm.
So, lahat ng bagay pwedeng i-discuss,
Yes.
talakayin. Tingin ko mahalagang bagay yun sa atin na malaya natin napapahayag ang sarili natin. So,
Na with no restrictions, kumbaga.
fiction. Tagpuan ko itong performance art
Mhm.
na pwede palang mag-perform ka mag-isa.
Mhm.
Hindi sa teatro, pero hindi ka nagpipinta kasi
Yes.
sa painting, di ba, ikaw at yung canvas.
Yes, sir.
Ang emosyon mo napupunta sa canvas.
Yes.
Pwede pala yung body
Mo mismo, ikaw
ang
mismo.
canvas.
Yeah.
So nakadagdag din sa drive ko yun dahil itong medium na ito ay malaya na
Yes.
magagamit.
And it's a unique way of expressing our
Mm.
emotions.
Tapos meron pang movements sa labas ng bansa o sa
Mhm.
mundo na gumagawa ng ganito.
Ay, ang galing.
So parang ito rin ay venue para sa solidarity ng Pilipino
Yes.
sa ibang
Opo.
bansa. o sa-
Kumbaga, this is an avenue to connect
Mm.
with other nationalities,
Yeah.
kumbaga,
Mm.
all over the world. Wow!
Yan.
May mga hikain ganun. Nako, ito po ay last na, sayang, no? I hope we could have enough time para po makapagkwentuhan pa tayo. But nasa huling katanungan na po tayo. Anong ipapayo po ninyo sa mga PUP yan na may talento at puso sa sining?
Siguro kunin ko yung sinabi ng isang artist na mentor ko.
Mhm.
Gawa lang tayo ng gawa.
Mhm.
Tapos yung gawa na yan ay masasalang sa kritisismo.
Yes.
Maganda o di maganda ang kritisismo, kailangan may matututunan ka.
Yes.
Huwag ka lang titigil.
Mm.
Kaya gawa lang ng gawa.
Wow. So it's like the element of being intentional and at the same time being accepting or having the acceptance dun sa mga kritisismo sa'yo kasi dun ka mag-grow. Maraming salamat Sir Boyet at sana marami tayong natutunan mga schoolmates mula sa mga experiences ni Sir Boyet. At sana ipagpatuloy din natin ang pagtangkilik at pagpapalaganap ng ating sining. Gamitin natin itong instrumento sa pagtuklas at pagpapahayag ng ating kultura. And on that note, muli ako si Sir D hanggang sa susunod nating episode dito sa Sofa Session. Scholar ng bayan noon, scholar para sa bayan ngayon. Bye! Sir, thank you so much po. God bless po. Ayun.
Grabe, Eric, talaga namang maipagmamalaki natin ang obra at sining na gawang PUP yan at patunay si Sir Boyet dyan, di ba?
Yes po. At ayan po, mama, di ba? Isang huwaran at idolo namin ng mga kapwa ko schoolmates yan, ma'am. Salute!
Tama. At alam mo, si Sir Boyet ay isang inspirasyon, lalo na sa mga schoolmates natin, na may puso para sa sining.
Talaga nga naman na ang buwan ng Pebrero ay hindi lang #love, love, love, kundi #puso para sa sining din.
Tama ka't alam mo, sana ang buwan na ito ay maging hitik rin sa malikhaing kaalaman ng ating mga schoolmates at bagong kaalaman sa sintang paaralan.
Kaya naman, para subaybayan ang mga kaganapan dito sa Sintang Paaralan, abangan pa natin ang iba't ibang happenings sa susunod na mga episodes.
O kaya mga schoolmates, para maging updated sa mga usap-usapan, don't forget to follow our social media accounts.
Yes, just search for www.facebook.com/PUPCreative and follow us on Twitter at PUPTV.
At of course, subscribe na rin kayo sa aming YouTube channel at PUP Creative. At syempre, i-share nyo ang episode na ito at iba pa naming episodes.
O kaya mga schoolmates, hanggang sa susunod na usapan dito sa paborito nating online tambayan, ito ang
Pinakausap-usapan sa pamantasan! O, artsy ka, diba?
Ayan na, itutuloy ko po pala yung...
Mona Lisa na ba yan?
Opo, patapos na to eh. Medyo walang kilay lang talaga siya.
Sana sinabi para hindi na lang ako magpilay talaga.
Patapos.
Sofa.
Sofa session. Sofa session!
Huwag mong bilisan. Sofa session.
Sofa session! Ayan mga schoolmates, hanggang sa susunod na usapan sa paborito nating online tambayan, ito ang...
Pinakausap.
ito ang inyong alay tambayan. Galing.
Welcome to the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, the country's first Polytechnic U. PUP is a state-run university governed by the Republic Act 8292, known as the Higher Education Modernization Act of 1997, and its implementing rules and regulations contained in the Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Circular No. 4, Series of 1997. It is home to more than 70,000 students, making it the largest state university in the Philippines in terms of student population. It is the university's commitment to give qualified and talented students access to quality and responsive education to aid them in the achievement of their dreams and the improvement of their lives. True to its commitment of making education accessible to all, the university has strategically established campuses and branches all over Luzon. PUP boasts of its roster of 1,483 full-time and part-time faculty members and 707 administrative employees. The faculty members and employees perform the collective goal of training, servicing, and supporting the university's stakeholders. From its humble beginnings in 1904, PUP was originally established as the Manila Business School primarily for the training of personnel for government service and to provide skills needed for private employment. 4 years later, the Manila Business School was renamed Philippine School of Commerce or PSC and merged with the Philippine Normal School from 1933 to 1946. Through the virtue of Republic Act 778, PSC was renamed to Philippine College of Commerce or PCC in 1952. In April 1, 1978, PCC was converted into a chartered state university now known as the Polytechnic University of the Philippines by virtue of Presidential Decree No. 1341. PUP truly has come a long way from a business school to a premier polytechnic university, the very first in the country. Every year, around 50,000 graduating high school students, mostly from economically challenged families, take the Polytechnic University of the Philippines College Entrance Test or PUP set and hope to become one of the 10,000 who will be given a chance to be new PUPians. At present, the university offers more than 80 programs in the graduate and undergraduate levels with its strategic direction of making the colleges vertically articulated. Graduate School, College of Accountancy and Finance, College of Arts and Letters, College of Architecture and Fine Arts, College of Business Administration, College of Communication, College of Computer and Information Sciences, College of Education, College of Engineering, College of Law, College of Political Science and Public Administration, College of Social Sciences and Development, College of Science, College of Tourism, Hospitality and Transportation Management, College of Human Kinetics, Institute of Technology. PUP further strengthens its open university system through expanded tertiary education equivalency and accreditation program and the non-traditional system program. It caters to borderless educational system that aims to reach many learners as possible. For more than a century of existence, countless outstanding achievements have raised PUP to the level of a national comprehensive university. With a vision to transform the university into an epistemic community, PUP subscribes to the idea that a university should have an extensive research and extension development culture. Each year, PUP surpasses national passing rate in licensure examinations and ranks among the top in different academic disciplines. PUP has also institutionalized academic exchange and international cooperation with various countries all over the world through its Office of International Affairs. Today, PUP is relishing its successes and its students are enjoying unprecedented academic opportunities. an enhanced campus environment. Upgraded colleges, state-of-the-art technology, and nationally and internationally recognized programs. It has gone far from what it was more than a century ago. This is mainly due to the support given by the government, the PUP community, and its benefactors. With the combined efforts, PUP will continue to be a partner in nation building and in poverty alleviation for the marginalized sector of the society, with quality, responsive, and relevant education as a tool. PUP, the country's first polytechnic U.
Allow me to share with you my vision for the university. I envision PUP to become the pioneering and leading national polytechnic university in the 21st century. With a national polytechnic university status, it will bring more opportunities for the university to further strengthen its academic programs and improve organizational performance as an institution for higher education. In pursuit for this vision, my mission for PUP is for it to recognize its catalytic role for national development. PUP will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities through a re-engineered polytechnic education. By re-engineering, we look into the existing processes and programs in order to achieve higher quality of academic programs and services following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1, Dynamic, Transformational, and Responsible Leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like to highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan to assess, plan, and implement anti-corruption strategies that will secure the institution against corruption and abuse. Likewise, asset management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2, Responsive and Innovative Curricula and Instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging curricula and design academic programs that are based on industry demands to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3, Enabling and Productive Learning Environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4, holistic student development and engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Pillar 5, empowered faculty members and employees. Likewise, we are looking into the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields. We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career development path as public servants in this state university. Pillar 6, vigorous research production and utilization. We will continue to strengthen the research culture in the university by promoting discovery and innovation through increasing disciplinary and collaborative research integration across academic disciplines to create new knowledge, utilize research findings, and develop innovative products. Pillar 7, global academic standards and excellence. Achieve the highest levels of recognition in quality and compliance standards from CHED, AACUP, and other international accrediting and regulatory bodies for higher education. We will intensify our efforts to achieve and sustain better academic performance and continue to excel as a top-performing school in various professional licensure examinations and produce board top-notchers as well as sustain our status of being the most preferred graduates of employers. Likewise, we aim to establish and to be recognized as centers of development and excellence in our academic programs. Pillar 8, synergistic, productive strategic networks and partnerships. Synergize and forge strategic linkages and partnerships across all sectors of society and the global community in line with the overall plans and programs of the university. Establish alliance with the government, industry sector, NGOs, and the academe will lead to resource sharing, program support, and research collaborations beneficial for all. Pillar 9, active and sustained stakeholders engagement. Harness a healthy and harmonious organization by empowering all its stakeholders, both internal and external, through open communication networks, consultative and participative undertakings, and team-building activities, recognizing that all stakeholders can greatly contribute towards the betterment of the university. Pillar 10, sustainable social development programs and projects. Expand access to education, knowledge building, and information dissemination through sharing of expertise and resources for community development. Support inclusivity approach in education by embarking on Education on Wheels, which aims to bring access to education closer to communities, following the principle of no one will be left behind. As the University of the People, we should bring the university closer to their hearts to serve their needs and extend assistance in mainstreaming public service. Our institution must continue to stand as one for the values that we have inculcated. For the past 115 years, we have exemplified our quest for truth, excellence, equity, relevance, effectiveness, integrity, and academic freedom. Lastly, I call upon each and everyone to join me in this journey. To Together we stand as one para sa Sintang Paaralan, para sa ating bayan.
Emerson is a global technology and engineering leader. We operate in over 150 countries. We are 110,000 employees worldwide. And here in the Philippines, we have over 2,000 employees.
My name is Nikki Florento. I'm from Dell Philippines. I'm handling the university relations and services hiring.
Pag-asa Steel supplies concrete reinforcing bars to the Philippines' booming construction industry. We have been the leading supplier of quality steel bars for the past 52 years.
EGS is an Alorica company. It is one of the fastest growing BPO companies in the Philippines right now.
I'm Cecil Venancio and I'm a Branding and Communications Director of Sykes Asia.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisor have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the higher position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from, and we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
I love the graduates of PUP. They're not only fun to work with, but you can rely on them. They are very, very dependable.
PUP graduates are an exact match and fit to Pag-asa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the PUP graduates is the fact that we notice that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. You see, whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their job. And we've seen a lot of PUP graduates, not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
Stand out sa PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company.
Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent people, responsible. Responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind.
They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibilities. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates and people who really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
To all the the people associated with PUP. If you're a graduate, congratulations, and you should be proud of yourselves. For those of you that are students, please continue the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for Emerson.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
To pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines, I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Alorica company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a sense of smile together.
Smart is very happy to have PUP graduates now enjoying their career and let them live more.
Hashtag Sites to PUP. We will support you in more ways than one.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP!
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayang pag-ibig, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dilim mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, dulot na ng pag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka masisingil, sa lahat ng lubog, sa sigat at sa langit mong babang, may ginatang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng patawad mo'y tagumpay na naglilingin, ang bituin at araw na kailan pa may madilig. Lupa ng araw ng 100 pagsibak,
Hi, I'm Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. The role of our office is to keep connections among students and alumni, provide services to students, alumni, and employers in the area of career development, graduates and professional schools preparations, employee relations, and campus recruitment. We also in all professional endeavors. To all freshmen, please come and visit us. Our office is located at N209 North Wing 2nd floor.
Good morning mga kaisko at kaiska. So isang maulang umaga ba sa inyong lahat? I hope everybody is safe ngayon sa panahong to. So medyo maulan na at iba na po ang ating panahon. So naghahalo na ang mainit sa tanghali, sobrang init. Tapos sa hapon naman medyo maulan na. Nakaka-relate ba lahat? So pa-heart reaction naman kung nakaka-relate. Okay. So, guys, pwede po ba lahat pa-rename po dun sa inyong kung saang branches or campuses kayo para ma-shout out ko naman yung mga branch at mag-thank you sa mga director at deans nyo. Okay po. So, by the way, guys, we're currently live on the PUP Career Center Facebook page. So, check nga natin. Baka, okay, meron nang naglagay. PUP main daw sila, College of Education. O, meron naman, PUP Cabiao, PUP Quezon City, PUP San Pedro Campus, Santa Rosa Campus, PUP Taguig. I guess the T is Taguig. Tama po ba? So, good morning guys at maraming salamat sa mga deans and director ng ating mga campuses and branches who allowed their students, PUP Parañaque. So, to our PUP students, to attend this webinar. So, especially the College of Technology, meron po College of Technology, College of Education, College of Human Kinetics, College of Tourism and Hospitality and Transportation Management. We have to also, sino pa ba? Check pa natin kung sino-sino pa guys. QC Cabiao. So, yung mga hindi pa po nakakapag-name ng inyong mga name sa inyong mga Zoom name, pa-name naman po para at least ma-acknowledge namin kayo ng properly. Okay? So, maraming salamat sa mga dekana at direktor and campus officials and of PUP campus and branches. Maraming salamat at binigyan nyo ng pagkakataon yung mga estudyante ngayon na umattend ng webinar na to ng Alumni Relation and Career Development Office. So, okay, greetings daw from PUP Santa Rosa, PUP Binyan. So, good morning guys and I hope lahat kayo ay safe ngayong araw na to at kagabi medyo maulan kagabi at medyo malakas din ang hangin. Tama po ba? So, let me start by the virtual etiquette for today's webinar. Okay? So, I'm Professor Jane S. Pulma from the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office. For this webinar, we do have 2 participants. Meron po tayong participants via Zoom. Kayo po yon. Good morning and welcome sa ating 2022 Career Development Webinar. And kinakandak natin to twice a month. So, sana pag nag-face-to-face, baka ganito rin ang gagawin natin, mag-hybrid na tayo. So, for our Zoom participant, please always remember to keep your microphone always on mute while the webinar proper is ongoing. So, Remember that this webinar is currently on live stream, and for the Q&A portion, you may raise your hand or you can type in your question using the Zoom chat para po ma-address namin yung comments, suggestion, and insights nyo during the Q&A for our speakers. So, pwede kayo makipag-interact with our speaker po, ha? Next one, for our stream participants naman po, for our PUP Career Center Facebook page participants, good morning and welcome. Thank you for attending and gracing this event, guys. At sana hindi kayo magsawang mag-tune in sa ating PUP Career Center Facebook page. So, syempre, dahil kasama sila as participants natin, guys, yung kanilang mga comments, insights, suggestion will be monitored din at i-include din po natin yung mga question niya for the Q&A portion. Okay? Para naman sa lahat, you can accomplish your evaluation form. The link will be posted bago matapos ang ating stream sa Zoom chat. At the same time, sa PUP Career Center Facebook page comment section nung live natin para sa inyong digital certificate. So your digital certificate, guys, will be released 2 to 3 weeks after the conduct of this webinar. You just have to make sure that you attended, you participated, and accomplished the evaluation form at the end of the session. But make sure na ma-accomplish nyo to 6 hours after the webinar. So, hindi po forever na nandun yung ating link at hindi magko-close, ha? So, monitor lang po para ma-releasean po namin kayo ng digital certificate na magagamit nyo in your journey sa real world o kung anumang compliance certificate yan. So ngayon po marami tayong nakahanda, maghapon tayong magkakasama. So ngayon umaga meron tayo ang Tera System resume writing. At the same time, ang BXI kasama din natin ngayong umaga. Mamayang hapon ando naman ang Balur Jobs 180. At ang BXI uli para sa ating makabuluhang discussion. Okay? So, without any further ado, guys, nandito na po ang ating speaker galing sa industry from Tera System. Wait lang po, Okay. So, let me share my screen for the Tera System. Para at least, wait, ayun. Okay, let's watch the ABP of Tera System before ko sila introduce. Okay. Our industry partner is one of an IT and IT consulting industry, and they are one of the best company engaged in providing system development and services for custom software development, system conversion and migration, and professional consulting services. To discuss about building hard and soft skills in relation to resume content or resume writing, let's welcome Miss Maria Regina Parolan, HR Officer of Tera System. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Ma'am Jane.
Morning po.
Isang maulan na umaga. Hindi pala. Maaraw na umaga sa inyong lahat. Thank you for inviting us once again. So, can I see a number 4 in the chat box if you can hear me clearly? Good morning too. So we have PUPNs from the different campuses. Shout out to those in San Pedro. Kasi ako ay nasa San Pedro today. All right. Now I'm going to share my screen as we start the webinar for today. I hope that you will have a lot of takeaways after my presentation, and I will be reachable. My email will be in the presentation in case you would want to have further discussions with me. Okay, I'd like to see a 06 or a 6 in the chat box if you can see me or see my presentation. So we have a total of 94 participants, and so far I have received responses from 33, 35, 36. I hope the other half are not yet sleeping or are awake. So just to give a heads up to everybody, I am going to call randomly for some from the participants to have a one-on-one discussion with me, or it's very quick, but I'll think about it. I know you guys are still shy. So this morning, I'm going to discuss how you will market yourself in the corporate world. Thank you to the 42 who have responded. I hope math problems, blah, 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 blah. 50. The other 50 are present, but they just are not in the mood to answer, but it's okay. So now that you are applying, it will be you yourself against the world, and it will all be on you of how prepared you are, how determined you will be, how you face challenges, okay, sorry about that, and then how you will deal with the unexpected. So now we have already we've entered a new phase in the corporate world. We have the hybrid setting. So not everybody will be having a virtual interview. Some of them will be asking you to go to the office for a face-to-face interview. So I hope whatever you'll be gaining from here, you will be able to use it or apply it in your application. So my question is, how prepared are you? How determined you will be, how you will face the application challenges, and how you will deal with the unexpected. This will all be on you, actually. It's how you will be preparing yourself. So the first step to preparing yourself is, of course, to get to know yourself first. Sino ako? Ano ako? Ano ang kaya ko? Yo, yes, yo. Okay, so you have to know the you. How will you know the you that you can market? First, you have to know your skills. What skills do you possess? What projects do you have? What role or tools do you have that you can offer? What are your strengths? What are the things that you need to improve in yourself in terms of soft skills? If you get to know these things, then you will know your value. Remember, you will be applying and you will be competing against different universities, those who have academic accomplishments and those who have not, those who are well prepared and those who are not. You will be competing against thousands or hundreds of applicants. So it's important that you know your value, you know your selling points, so that you can also market yourself. I hope you're not yet sleepy. So how do you market yourself? First, the second step is to know the tools. So do you already have your resume? Are you prepared for the interview? How many mock interviews have you tried? Are you practicing for the interview? Do you have a cover letter? Although not like 8 out of 10, 2 out of 10 companies will not be asking you for a cover letter. But then what happens if the company that you really want to get into will ask you to present a cover letter? And then do you also have a virtual portfolio? If it's applicable to you, do you have a virtual resume? Are you in social media, LinkedIn, JobStreet, Glassdoor, Indeed? And then do you have connections or referrals? How are you going to gain this? So all of these are the tools that you can use to market yourself. But the most important tool that you must have is your resume. This will create a first impression of you. Remember, you will not be walking in. You will be asked to submit first your resume. So whatever they see in your resume, they must see a reason why they should call you in for an interview. If they do not see any reasons, or let's say 2 out of 10 reasons, and against somebody who has given 5 reasons for an interview, then you might be put on hold or you might be ignored totally. So the resume starts your career. That's why it's very important. So your resume should show what you can offer, what makes you stand out. Out of the 10, 15, 20, 50, 100 applicants who applied for this position, you have to show what you can offer and what will make you stand out. So you have here your technical aptitude, arranged according to what is relevant. Now the technical aptitude can be interchanged with licenses or with immersions. It depends on the course that you have, but it would fall under technical aptitude. So what is composed of the technical aptitude? The industry tools or the software that is relevant to your industry, computer skills if you have, licenses or immersions or practice teaching for those in education, tours for those in tourism, and for human kinetics probably will be demonstrations. So this would be a part of your technical aptitude. And then your resume would contain your education. Are you a Dean's Lister? Are you a President's Lister? Your GWA, your scholarship, your competitions? If not, it's okay. Don't worry, you are still going to stand out. How? If you include your academic projects. This will include your thesis, your feasibility studies, research papers, immersion, significant projects that are relevant to your course or to the application or to the position that you are applying for. Next, you will be your internships, and then licenses if there are, if it's applicable, continuing studies and online courses. These are also a plus. So if you notice, I didn't include here seminars or organizations or affiliations. Why? Because it doesn't put that much relevance, or it doesn't put that much into making you stand out. Seminars for one day, although let's not undermine it, these are very important also, but 1 day, 2 day seminars will not really give you that much edge, because what you have learned during that part or during that time is very, very minimal. It will not give that much selling point to you. So it is an option. If you still want to put it at the second page. Affiliations and organization activities, if it is related to the position that you are applying for, then you put it. But if it is not, then again, it's optional. You can put it at the second page if you still want to put it. But on the first page, you have to already show your selling points, because in the HR manager would tell us, HR, we are looking for this position. These are the skills that we want them to have. So they give us, let's say, 10 skills. And we're not talking about soft skills. We're talking about the technical skills or the know-how that you must know as a new graduate. So we compare the list of the manager and what is in the resume. So let's say applicant A has 4 out of the 10. Applicant B has 7 out of the 10. Applicant C has 2 out of the 10. So the priority will be that of who has 7 out of the 10 skills that we're looking for. And then next would be 4, and then next would be 2. So your chances of being in the top choices or being in the priority list will be better if you put in the first page what you can offer and what makes you stand out already. I've seen in the video that very good or very commendable phrases about PUP, and I agree with that, because here at Tera System, 25% or 30% of our employees and team leaders are from PUP. And I totally agree with them when they say PUPians are resilient, they are smart, they're resourceful, they're creative, they're very hardworking, and you can count on them in almost anything. And that's already a very big edge. So being a graduate of PUP will definitely make you stand out. So make sure to put your education at the top page, not at the second page or at the bottom. Okay? So, for free resume advice, this is what I've been saying. I hope the 97 are awake, but then I will repeat it again later. Sorry, I will repeat it later. All right, so the big no-nos in the resume. Personal information. Never put your personal info. Due to the Data Privacy Act, you are the first one to protect your personal info. So I still see a lot of this in the resumes. 9 out of 10 resumes that I received or I have received still contain personal information. So this includes your home address. Your home address, you do not have to put the whole home address. You can just put your barangay or your city. No need to put your house number and the street. Do not put that. Okay. Next would be your unprofessional or unrecognizable email address. I still see this, I swear. And this is giving a difficult time to the HR personnel in identifying the email address as compared to the name that is on the resume. So please have a professional professional email address. Next would be character references and their contact details. Do not put this in your resume. I see a lot of this. When you will be applying, or once you have proceeded to the next step, or once you have already passed the process, you will be asked for character references. That is the only time that you will give your character references. Even if they have given you their consent, you are not consented to expose it to the whole world by including them in your resume, and you're sending it out to different companies, okay, over the World Wide Web. And then this one, certification, that I hereby certificate that the declarations and signatures, these are true of references available upon request. Your signature, please, please, please do not put this anymore. And then crowded layout or too much spaces. It's like nothing is already there, or it's too compact. So I do not recommend a 2-column resume, because most of the time the left and the right side are not equal, and then at the same time the content or the attention of the interviewer is distracted. So I do not recommend this. And then hobbies and interests, no need to put hobbies and interests. Typos, misspelled words, grammar, and then irrelevant or outdated content. If do not already include data that is 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And then your headings and your starters, you have a lot of things going on in your heading or at the top part, which are not really relevant. So please be careful of that. Now, for the interview, why is it very important? If you are now called in for your interview, you will have to sell what is in the resume. And it reinforces or corrects the first impression from the resume. Remember, those who are reviewing your resume are also human. So it is unavoidable that they can be, or we can be, judgmental in terms of reviewing the resume. And then your interview will make or break your chances. You already or have passed the first step. Now, however, there are a lot who fail in the interview. Why? Then I hope later on you will get to know why you have failed. So this is where I'll be asking participation from our participants. The famous question, tell me about yourself. So I hope from the 102, I will be able to ask somebody who is brave enough to share his or her answer. Okay, because my other profession is I am a chef also. So I will be taking somebody from the BSBA HRM. Is this the HRM, like hotel and restaurant management? I hope I'm not mistaken. Or tourism. All right. So let's just take anybody. May I call on Aaron? Aaron Kyle Bello.
Hello po, good morning po.
Good morning, Aaron. Thank you so much for bravely turning your microphone on. Thank you, thank you. Please give a virtual clap to Aaron, because this is the first time that I called on somebody and somebody really answered. Thank you, Aaron. So, have you prepared your resume? Are you prepared for the interview, Aaron?
Not yet po kasi I've just joined this career development webinar po, and I'm still a first year po.
First year. Okay. So, but still thank you for this. Now, for first years naman, this is still something that will help you. So, if I were to ask you, Aaron, tell me about yourself.
Ayan po. So, good morning po to everyone. I am Aaron Kyle Sivelio, and I am currently studying in PUP Taguig. And I am also taking Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Human Resource Management po.
Oh, human resource pala yon, hindi pala hotel and restaurant management. Human resource, welcome to our industry. Okay, continue.
And one thing I can tell about myself po is I really enjoy taking risks po, and I really enjoy challenging myself even when the circumstances may not be for me. I want to experience many things po, especially when it involves improving my skills and talents po. So I can improve myself and be better po. Ayun po.
Okay, very well done. But why did you take BSA HRM? Tama ba? Human Resource Management. So why is this the course that you wanted to take?
Yeah. Pwede po pa-repeat yung question po. Medyo nag-lag po.
Okay. I'm sorry. All right. So, bakit ito ang course na kinuha mo? Why BSA HRM, Human Resource Management? Why is this the course that you wanted to take or that you took up?
Actually po, I may transfer po and shifty po in PUP Taguig. So mainly po dapat I may second year na po. Pero dahil I transferred po and shifted po, I'm considered as first year po. So ang una ko po talagang tinake na course is BSA po, which is Bachelor of Science in Accountancy po. Pero dahil po may financial issues po, hindi na po natuloy. So nag-transfer po ako sa PUPT. And I think po I took Human Resource Management. Kumbaga parang yun lang po yung naging open na opportunity po sa akin, which is medyo related po siya sa napag-aralan ko po since ang nakuha ko rin naman pong no senior high is ABM. Pero nung una po parang ang una ko lang po iniisip is, sige, ito na lang po kunin ko. Pero nung nakarating naman po ako sa Human Resource Management, I think it was an opportunity po and a chance po. Tsaka parang mas naging related po yung skills ko po. Kasi parang nagiging jack of all trades na po ako. Dahil ang dami ko na pong napasok. I mean, BSA po, tapos sa ABM pa po. Kumbaga, parang doon din po pala yung bagsak ko sa may human resource management, which is parang doon po pala talaga ako nire-ready. Kaya ayun po.
Oh, very well said. Thank you so much, Aaron. Okay, so virtual clap, please. Thank you, Aaron. So when you will be asked this question, tell me about yourself. I like it when Aaron answered with sincerity. He gave a background of why he took up this course, what happened to him, and you can feel his sincerity. That's actually how you must be able to answer. Tell me about yourself. First, you have to define or to share why this is the course that you took up. Why is it so important for you to be in this course? Next is you talk about a backgrounder and your skill set that you have, some soft skills that you think, some like one or two soft skills that are relevant to the position or that will sell you or make you stand out. But he gave examples to say. So when talking about yourself, you have the pattern: past, present, and future. And if you want to know more about this, let's talk about it in the mock interview. All right, next question will be, what are your strengths? Again, I'm going to try to call on somebody. Please understand. Let's go with the ladies. May I call on Miss Stephanie Bianca Dia. Miss Stephanie, I hope you're ready, but if not, it's okay. So remember, you are not obligated to answer my call. If you're not comfortable, it is all right. Going once, going twice. Okay, thank you. going thrice. So let's understand Miss Stephanie. So when you're talking about your strengths, please include examples. How you will answer this question, include examples of how you can demonstrate your strengths. Do not just say, remember in your resume you planned or you have placed, which I asked you to remove your soft skills like adaptable, flexible, team player, problem solver. It's not enough that you just mention your strengths. You have to give an example of situation wherein you have demonstrated your strength. Fast learner, I see this a lot, fast learner. So you can say, one of my strengths would be, I am a fast learner. What happened during our OJT or during my immersion, it was the first time that I learned about blah, blah, blah. And I was given only, let's say 3 days for, or to a week to understand the concept or to understand the tool. And after that, I was given a project. So if you will explain it that way, your answer will be more relevant and your answer will be more memorable to the interviewer. Okay, next would be, what are your weaknesses? For this question, we want to determine if your weakness will affect the dynamics of the team, if we will hire you, if your weakness will be a hindrance to you performing your activity or your tasks or what is required of you. So here, every time I answer this question, this is so true for me, I would always say one of my weaknesses is nahihirapan po akong gumising sa umaga. I'm having a hard time waking up early in the morning. So what I do is I have 5 alarm clocks. If I need to wake up at 5:30, my first alarm goes off at 3 o'clock or 3:30, 4, 4:30, 5, and then 5:30, I am very sure that I am already awake. And then I would reinforce it with, if you ask my teachers or my supervisors, if I have been late, I know they will tell you that I have only been late for 1 or 2 times in a year. And it is not because I didn't have, or it's not because I didn't wake up early, but it's because I encountered some traffic issues or something was wrong with the van or the bus. So that's how you will answer your weaknesses. You have to give situations wherein you have improved or overcame it or are doing something to correct it. I hear the famous question, the famous answer, my communication skills. Nahihiya po kasi ako. Minsan may mental block ako. Mahina po ako sa public speaking. So the question there is, what are you doing about it? Or have you encountered a situation wherein you had to speak publicly or you had to present and you have overcame it? Then mention it when you answer the question, what are your weaknesses? Okay? Short-term goals, why do we ask this question? Because we want to know how motivated is the applicant. If you have your goals, your short-term goals, your personal and your career goals, it gives us the impression that you're going to work really hard for your job. You're going to give your best effort because you want to achieve something. Right? Those who do not say, sa ngayon wala po akong maisip, I get this a lot, and it gives us the impression that, okay, maybe he is lost or maybe he's not really into the job pa. Baka hindi pa siya ready na mag-work. So that would give us that kind of impression, and it would affect also, of course, your overall rating. And then, do you have any questions for me, for the interviewer? If you go for an interview, please make sure to give a review of or a quick research about the company, its background, and then some questions that you can ask. What are your training plan, or how will I grow? How can I grow with the company? What do I need to do? What is the next step? What are your plans for the home setup, for the work setup? Are you on hybrid? Are you completely work from home? So these are questions that you can ask the interviewer. If you do not ask questions, it gives us the impression that okay, maybe he or she is not really interested in our company. Yeah, he just attended that, although we're grateful for that, but we do not see really your interest to know us also. So that could also affect your rating. And then talk about, when you will be asked to talk about your research, your thesis, and immersion, make sure to mention a description of it, and then your role and the tools that you have used. This is where sometimes interview applicants have the mistake of not giving too much information or not expounding on their answers. They just say, our research is about blah, 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 blah. And then that's it. So what can you add to this? A description of research, why, or thesis or immersion. Why did you choose that? What is it all about? What was your role or major contribution to that? What was the challenge that you faced during that time? Then these are information that you can share. But again, do not make it too long. All right. Then the must do's in an interview: be professional and confirm your attendance. If you are not available, or if you do not want to pursue your application, please make sure to inform the company to be professional. Okay, huwag kayong mag-ignore mode or sin mode. Yan. And then prepare and check. Make sure you have a stable internet connection, or you have a mobile data backup in case there's a sudden brownout. You have a power bank, you have a data, then your interview will continue. Okay, prepare your camera, your headset. These are important, and the software that is being used, Zoom, Google Meet. I'm not sure if Facebook Classrooms or rooms are being used, but you already know the tools. And then smile. There are those who are very nervous that they forget to smile, that their energy level is already down at the start of the interview. Practice smiling. Even while during the interview, smile from time to time para hindi masyadong serious ang setting. And then use the language you're comfortable with. I get this a question a lot. Dapat ba lagi mag-English? No. You can use the conversation, the language that you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with English, then please do so. If you feel you cannot express your thoughts, then please use Taglish by all means. Unless, of course, you're talking to a foreigner, you have no choice but to use English. Okay. Next, clarify questions. If you're not sure how you understood it correctly, then please clarify the question. And then ask questions like I mentioned earlier. Now, the must not. Do not go in or do not attend your interview if you are sick. The company will understand if you are sick, so please do not go in if you are sick. Health is still important. Next, giving lengthy answers or too long introduction. The famous question is asked 9 out of 10 times, and they will ask you, tell me about yourself. And if you give us too long answer, we forget already what you have said in the middle, at the beginning and in the middle. We only remember what you said at the end. Or although you have mentioned and we remember everything, it's like what goes through our head is, okay, so nasabi na niya lahat. Information overload, loading, yan. So kawawa din naman si interviewer. Lengthy answers, or yung mga, instead of going direct to the point, you still say a lot of unnecessary things. Like if they ask you, tell me about the time that you showed that you were a team player. And then you answer, I believe that no man is an island. Everybody needs help from somebody. So, yung phrase na yun, hindi naman na kailangan. Pwede ka naman ng diretso sa sagot mo na I am a team player. During my thesis, during our organization, we had to do this. And as part of the team, I had to give up this so that I can help, blah, blah, blah. So, diretso ka na kung ano talaga yung ginawa mo. No need for the phrases that no man is an island, everybody needs somebody, so you cannot stand on your own. So, those things are already irrelevant. And then you're unprepared. When you answer, matagal na po kasi yun, hindi ko na maalala. It gives us the impression that you didn't even review your previous works, or you do not know yourself at all, or you do not know what you have accomplished. at all. Okay? And then your ringtone is on or you have distractions. Please be careful. When your cell phone, put it on silent, or remember to remind your family that you are in an interview so that they can also give you your space. Kasi meron akong na-experience, nalimutan niya maglagay ng virtual background. So, meron naglakad-lakad sa likod niya na walang t-shirt, walang t-shirt pa. Meron naman naririnig mo na nagpe-prepare na siguro ng lunch or dinner kasi medyo ano na yan. So, nagpe-prepare na siya, narinig mo yung mga pots and pans. Yung mga kahol ng aso, I think that's okay. Mga ano ng manok. Wala tayong magagawa kasi kung sa kapitbahay nyo naman yon, or then you cannot do anything about it. But things that you are in control, please make sure that you are able to address it. And then your choice of words. I know you have expressions, but during the interview, be mindful of it. I had their applicants were in say, ay saglit lang, and then they go out or they move, ay saglit lang, may tao, may nag-doorbell daw na ganyan. So be careful with the choice of words that you use. Remember, even if you are in a comfortable situation with your interviewer, please make sure that you still use the words that are appropriate. Okay? And then forcing to speak English and fillers. These are related. Like I said, if you're not comfortable with English, then do not use it. You can use Taglish, it's okay. But if you are going to speak in English and then you have a lot of fillers, like one of my strengths would be I think that I am a team player. So it's very distractive. Nakaka-distractive din. Nawawala yung essence ng sagot mo. So, in layman's term, sasabihin pa na, ay, trying hard, di ba? But then, please be mindful. Okay. And then, fillers, meron yung mga pambuelo na ano, like, Actually, so marami tayong narinig na actually. Minsan na-overuse na yung actually. Okay, and then so for free mock interview, again, send me an email, terasystemhrd@gmail.com, or send me an SMS. Please introduce yourself if you'll use my SMS, because I do not reply to, I do not really give attention to those that I do not know. I do not recognize. So the cover letter comes with the resume. I'm going to make this quick. I guess I got already too much of your time. So it comes with your resume. It conveys your personality and introduces you. So this is where, in the cover letter, this is where you can bring in your soft skills. You can discuss a few, let's say a few, by a few, I mean 1 or 2, maximum of 3 soft skills that you have, and then example of your relevant accomplishments. Okay? Sabi nila, kung ano daw yung nasa cover letter, dapat hindi sa resume. Well, if there are accomplishments in your resume that can make you stand out in the cover letter, you can put it, but just reword it in a different way. And then the cover letter also is a call to action. So for the must-dos, so research about the company, so you will know exactly what the position is all about. And then new content, but you can do this by rewording what is in the resume in terms of accomplishments. And then, syempre, discuss your skills, and then review. Typos are a big no-nos in cover letter. It's very noticeable. And so there's already an X in attention to detail. One of, let's say, the position that you're applying for, they put importance in somebody who has attention to detail, or who reviews his or her work, and then they see a typo or a wrong grammar or a misspelled word, then you already have minus pogi points or minus ganda points in the character or the quality attention to details. So the content, this is an example of the content. And well, this was intended for computer science student, but I hope this will give you an idea that you bring in your major skills, selling points that you think or that you feel is relevant to the position. And then we use words, numbers or figures will help, like 3 years. 3 years, and then your tools. Okay. And then next would be the highlights of your abilities would be, so this is where the soft skills come in. Bullet number 2, and then bullet number 3, and then bullet number 1 are about the projects that you feel are an accomplishment to you. And then next would be the call to action. This is where you'll be requesting for an interview or face-to-face interview. And that would be the cover letter. And then, of course, the third step is to take a leap of faith. Attend as much interviews as you can. Attend as much mock interviews or practice interviews, or revise your resume. Attend as much as you can so that you will have the experience and you get to know yourself better. So a few reminders for those who are going for face-to-face and even in virtual. Your power dressing is something that is a reflection of you also. So just keep it simple. Not too much makeup, please, and not too much of your clothes, too much of everything. And that ends my presentation. All right.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning. Opo. Guys, you can interact with our speaker. Kung may tanong kayo kay Ma'am Reggie, pwede pong magtanong. Pwede na kayo magpa-advise kay ma'am regarding sa how to write a resume. So, yung mga mag-a-apply po dyan, pwede nyo po siyang tanungin ngayon. Pwede po kayong mag-raise ng hand, or you can type in your question using the Zoom chat. Opo. So,
Okay,
kung ano yung kung may tanong kayo, halimbawa, ma'am, kailangan po ba ilang page po ba dapat ang require sa isang resume?
For entry level resume, we have one pager lang. One pager lang ang entry level resume. So I think I wasn't able to give this info earlier. I've been a resume writer since 2003 when I was still in college. It was my sideline. So I have been trained to write resumes for international clients. So what I have shared with you is what I have created for my clients from Canada and US. So these are my clients, except for the picture, because in international resume, you are not allowed to put picture in the resume because that could be a case of discrimination. But here in the Philippines, although there are those already who submit resumes without picture, but there are still companies who put who would want to have a picture. So just prepare 2 resumes, one with picture and one without.
Guys, magtanong kay Ma'am Reg. Okay, ma'am, meron pong gusto magtanong, si Jan. Jan? Okay, pwede kang mag-open ng mic mo.
Ma'am, good morning po.
Good morning!
I'm from PUP Santa Rosa campus po, and I would like to ask kung ano po yung dapat na i-include na years kapag sa earning po ng certifications at licenses.
Okay, I'm not sure if I got your answer, your question correctly. Ano yung years na dapat ilagay?
Yes
or
po, ma'am.
dapat i-consider?
Opo, yun po.
Okay. So licenses, as long as hindi expired yung license mo, if you're still studying for that license, you can still put it and then lagyan mo ng ongoing. Okay? Pag yung license mo naman is forever, like let's say, one time mo lang kukunin pero it's valid for the whole, for lifetime, then ilagay mo pa rin. Pero kung expired na yung license mo, wag mo nang ilalagay. Okay? Yung seminars naman, seminars and webinars, if your seminar or webinar is lasted for 3 days, for 1 week, or it's like a boot camp already, wherein they ask you to take some exams and you were able to get some certifications because of these exams, then you can put it. Okay? Pwede mo siyang ilagay dun sa ano. Pag meron ka ring ongoing studies, let's say recently lang let's say 3 years, from 3 years ago up to present. So if it's 2022 minus 22, 21, 20, 2019, pwede na. 2019 onwards, pwede na. Yung pwede mo nang isama. Okay? But again, remember, if only it is relevant, or sa tingin mo will give you another edge, then pwede mong ilagay. Pero sa second page na yon.
Okay na po, ma'am. Na-gets na po.
Okay.
Edit na lang po. Thank you po, ma'am.
Alright.
Okay.
Thank you too.
Thank you po. Ma'am, may isa pa pong gusto magtanong. Sino to? Wait lang. Paraon? Sino to? Wait. Okay. So, ma'am, pwede niyo nang pa-open yung camera, mic niyo po. Miss Paraon.
Hello po, good morning na.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And asking lang po, I'm from Binyan Campus po. Asking lang po, ano pong pinagkaiba ng resume and ng CV po?
Okay, very good question. Although now it's being interchange, resume, CV, ganyan. But in international standards, a resume is only pag 1 to 2 years ka, 1 pager lang ang resume mo. Pag 3 to 5 years ang experience mo, pwede ka na mag 2 pager. Pag 5 years and up, hanggang 3 pager lang ang resume. Ang CV naman, more than 10 pages yan. Kasi ang CV very detailed yan. Ultimo yung nursery mo, kindergarten, sa work experience naman yung responsibilities mo, accomplishments, lahat yan nakalagay sa CV. So, very detailed ang CV. Yan ang pinakamasakit sa banks na pag nagpagawa ng resume, ang client namin ng resume at saka CV, kasi kailangan very detailed ang CV. Ang resume, you only put the years that are relevant. So, 3 years back. From present, count 3 years back. So, yun ang ilalagay mo. Pag 4 years, 5 years, and up, back na siya, huwag mo na siyang ilalagay sa resume. So, yun ang difference ng resume at saka CV. Although dito sa Philippines, yun nga, CV at saka resume, pinag-i-interchange nila.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you too. Okay, we have here from Daniel Rose. Hello, Daniel Rose.
Hello po, ma'am. Good morning po.
Good morning.
Good morning din po, ma'am. I'm from PUP Santa Rosa po. I just want to ask a question based on your experience in online interviews as well as face-to-face. What do you think po is the best way to know your applicants? Is it face-to-face interviews or online interviews po, ma'am? Thank you po.
You're welcome. It doesn't matter if it's face-to-face or online. It doesn't matter. We still get to know our applicants better. We still get to know our applicants. The problem, however, would be the hindrances. Like for face-to-face, applicants might not be, well, for both online and face-to-face, minsan hindi nagpapakita si applicant. Although sa face-to-face, nakikita mo yung hand gestures niya or yung mannerisms niya sa baba na hindi nakikita sa online interview. Syempre, face lang yung yun ang advantage naman ng applicants pag online interviews. Ang nakikita lang yung mukha mo or up to this level. Tapos, you're free naman na kung talagang ninenervyos ka, pwede kang maghawak ng kahit ano dyan sa desk mo or magsulat if that's your way of letting out your nervousness. But either way, for me as an interviewer, I still get to know yung mga applicants either face-to-face or online interview. Ang setback lang sa online, biglang nawawala si applicant kasi nga nagkaroon ng internet disconnection or sa end ko rin, baka biglang brownout dito at hindi rin ako prepared. So, nangyayari din yan. So, yun lang yung mga setbacks. But getting to know them still doesn't matter if it's face-to-face or online interview.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ay, sorry, may idadagdag ako dyan. Pero alam mo, ang mga applicants mas nakakapagsalita or mas nakakapag-share pag online interview kasi mas comfortable sila. Parang nandun sila sa comfort zone nila. So, mas marami silang nasi-share, mas relax sila. Although, nininervous pa rin, pero hindi na masyadong halata. Unlike sa face-to-face interview, ayun na, talagang yung nervous naman, hindi na ma-manage masyado ni applicant. So, na may mental block siya doon. So, para sa applicant side naman, yun yung mas marami talaga yung sa online interview, mas comfortable na
Okay, so maraming salamat Ma'am Reggie at maraming salamat sa ating mga estudyante who interact at the same time. Talagang nagtanong kay Miss Reggie at nag-participate sa kanyang discussion today. So maraming salamat Ma'am Reggie and I'll see you soon po again for next one for the next webinar po.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Opo, maraming salamat, ma'am. And thank you, Tera System. Job well done. And I hope next time or lagi makasama namin kayo to enlighten our student and at the same time kahit paano po matulungan sila in preparing their resume and CV para makuha nila yung dream job nila. Okay, thank you, Ma'am Reg.
Bye po.
Bye po. Thank you, ma'am. So guys, for our next speaker naman po, let me share my screen for the APP of the next industry speaker.
Hello. I'm Vixie, the automated recruitment assistant of VXI Philippines. Do you want to know how to jumpstart an awesome career? Join VXI and be part of the International ICT Award 2019's Best Employer of the Year finalist, Best Company of the Year, Best Contact Center, Most Innovative Company of the Year for 2 years, Hall of Fame for Best Contact Center and BPO Company of the Year for 2017, 2018, and 2019. We are hiring account representatives for customer service, sales, and technical support. Find us in a site near you. Quezon City, Makati City, Mall of Asia, Pasay, Clark, Pampanga, and Davao City. Enjoy a competitive compensation package and industry best incentives. Apply via Facebook Messenger at VXIPH. Email us at careersph@vxi.com. Text your full name, location, and preferred interview schedule to 0917-777-5555 for Luzon and 0965-932-9745 or 0961-757-8361 for Davao. We can't wait to have you on the team soon. Apply now!
Our next industry partner is a leading global provider of business process and information technology outsourcing, offering a comprehensive services to its client, and they provide excellent service delivery in the BPO services, software development, quality assurance testing, and infrastructure outsourcing in behalf of their client. So let's welcome to discuss about developing strong work ethics. Let's welcome Mr. Carl Benedict Salgado, Talent Acquisition Senior Officer of BXI Global Holdings BV. Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, PUP students. Yeah, so today I will be discussing developing strong work ethics. This will be a very short presentation, so I want you to please listen. I'm going to present my screen. Just give me 1 minute. Just a moment, guys. I'm having a hard time looking for how to present the screen here. Okay. Here. Okay, is everyone seeing my screen now?
Yes, sir. Visible na po.
Okay, good. So developing strong work ethic. So before anything else, I know you guys are third year, fourth year students. Some of you are dreaming of landing a corporate job. So to land a corporate job, there are a lot of things that you have to work on. First off would be your skills, of course, but other than that, there's what we call work ethics. So right now, I'm going to discuss to you what work ethics is. So first and foremost, when you hear the phrase work ethic, what comes into mind? A lot of things come into mind, right? We think of morals, we think of responsibility, we think of success, we think of strategy, so on and so forth. A lot of things come into mind. But we to further understand work ethic, we should understand both words first. So work and ethics. So that's what we're going to discuss now. So work, what is work? So work is an activity in which one exerts strength or faculties to do or perform something. This definition of work comes from Merriam-Webster. So it's the dictionary, all of you know it. So this is what work stands for. Um, it is also an activity that a person engages in to earn a livelihood. So when you graduate, when you do things to earn a living, diba, to earn income, that is considered work. But it's not just limited to when you are already a graduate or when you are already um earning earning income and so on. As a student, you also do work, diba? You do projects, you do things, although you're not paid, but that is still considered work. Next would be ethics. Ethics. What is ethics? Ethics refer to rules provided by an external source, for example, codes of conduct in workplace or principles in religions. I know, guys, all of you have heard about ethics. With everything happening all over the world, diba? It always comes out when they say about the government, ethical things, so on and so forth. So we have a lot of news about ethics. So when ethics comes into mind, morals also, you know, this is one of the word that would usually go up in your mind, diba? So when we hear ethics, we also hear moral. So they are actually used interchangeably, but they are different. Okay, so ethics, it refers to rules, as according to the definition here. It refers to rules provided by an external source. For example, yun nga, yung mga workplace natin, mga principles natin sa religion, whereas morals, it's an individual's own principle regarding right or wrong. So ethics, it's based on external, whereas morals, it's our view on what is right and wrong. So how do we differentiate ethics and morals? For example, ito siya. We have what we call omerta. Omerta is actually something that is common in the mafia. Do you guys know what the mafia is? Diba? It's yung sa Italy na mga gangs, mga families. So that's the mafia. Omerta is a code of silence that is developed among the members of the mafia. It was used to protect criminals. So members of the mafia, they would use omerta so that so all of the members of their family wouldn't squeal to the police, so on and so forth. When omerta, ethically, in the view of those in the mafia, that is correct, diba? That is ethically correct because that's in line with their work. So that's their work ethics. But in view of the outside world, like for example, for the police, if they are being silent on a crime, that is morally incorrect, right? So do you see where I'm going to, guys? All right, so that's ethics and morals. Another example of this would be, like for example, a doctor. A doctor, um, let's say a patient is dying in the hospital, so there's no way to really save the patient. So to lessen the pain that the patient is feeling, there's what we call yung euthanasia nga, yung para i-cut na yung life support niya. So if the family would want the pain of the patient to stop, 'di ba? They can always tell the doctor to stop the support, the the machines and all that. So in the view of the doctor, that could be ethically correct kasi it's a call pa naman talaga rin ni family. That's an ethically correct practice. But then if you look at it from the outside, it's morally incorrect if you think about it because they are stopping yung life support ng one person. So that's what ethics and morals are. So that's basically the difference. Okay, so now that we have discussed work and ethics, sorry, I haven't moved pala my slide. So now that we have discussed work and ethics, let's put them together. So work and ethics. All right. Basically, when you do something, when you do work and put ethics in front of it, like for example, while working and then there's something that you would want to happen or that you would want to believe in, that's considered work ethics. So in a company, they usually have a set standard for work ethics. Like for example, engineers would have different work ethics compared to people working in the bank. People in the bank would also have different work ethics compared to those working in the hospital. So there are different types of work ethics depending on the work situation or depending on where you are currently assigned or working. So now, this is the topic of my talk right now, today. So it is to develop work ethics. So why should we discuss developing work ethics? Okay. So now, as I said earlier, when I started this talk, to be successful in a career, you must possess, diba? I said you must possess good skills. But other than that, you also have to have good work ethics. So these are the following, or the next slides are the following work ethics traits and performance standards that you are expected to develop. So, right, let's proceed to the next slide. Okay, the first thing to develop a strong work ethics, guys. Even as students, even if you aren't working yet, this is something that is instilled to us at a very young age, right? Attendance. So when you are already working, you are required to be present. Attendance is not just something that you would have to you have to adhere lang just because it's your salary, so on and so forth. But when you sign up for a job, you are the next day or the moment you start your work, you are always required to be present. Okay, so you are required to be on time. You are required to not be absent. You are required to always inform your superior if anything comes up. So that's attendance. So 80% of success is showing up because, if you're not there, then how can you be successful, right? Then always, guys, always understand that good attendance is needed. It is needed everywhere, not just at work. Even if you are going to the doctor, right? If there's an appointment, you are required to be there on time. So not just in work, also in school, everywhere, attendance is really good attendance is really needed. So part of attendance is being prepared for work. Okay. Even if you are on time always, but you aren't prepared. Like for example, you go to work and you're only wearing your pajamas. Even if you are present physically, that doesn't mean that you are ready, right? Ready to work, that you are prepared. So always be prepared for work. That's a given. That's a part of attendance. Okay. So prior to going to the office, allot time. Make sure that you have at least an hour, 30 minutes before, depending on how far you are away from your workplace. So always be prepared. Begin and end your work as expected. So see here, I did not only put in begin, there's also end the work. All right. When you are already working, guys, it's a given that you should be there on time, that you should be, like for example, if your shift is at 10 a.m., you should be there at 9:45 or exactly at 10 a.m. You shouldn't be late. But also make sure that you end your work appropriately. Then there are instances wherein you will be asked to do overtimes, depending on the need of the company. But as much as possible, if you are able to finish everything during your work period, during the 8 hour 9 hour work period, please do that. So begin and end work as expected. And that's the same thing with the next line here: use work time appropriately. Okay. And remember this, due to because of your attendance, if you are present all the time, that would mean that you are dependable. And if you are dependable, that would let people see that you are reliable. And if people see that they can rely on you, then it would be easier for you to market yourself to the leaders, to market yourself to your co-workmates. And yeah, that would lead you to promotions and whatnot. Okay, next would be character. So what is character? Ito siya. So character, yung kung ano ka inside the office. So we have what we call yung perception management. I know some people would be working, mag-work lang kayo, you don't really care about what other people think about you, 'di ba? But at the end of the day, there's still the perception management. So for you to really succeed in your job, you should develop your character as well. So character is part of the 7 traits that you would have to develop to really show other people that you have good work ethics. So character. First is loyalty. When you are already employed, guys, in return for the salary and benefits, the company would really expect loyalty from you. And, as part of that company na, you are considered, kumbaga pa, a family member. Kumbaga, you are expected to be an ambassador of the company. So parang para kayong mga salesperson sa company niyan. Kasi once ma-employ na kayo, even if the company doesn't deal with sales, but once you are already part of the company, you are representing that company. So what the company would want would be for you to be loyal and to make sure that you are faithful to the company. So you keep the company's secrets. You make sure that you are allied to your company, you have your allegiance to your company. Like for example, if another company steps up and badmouths your company, you step in because you are part of that company and you are representing that company. Right. We also have honesty. Being honest, it's actually not just, it's more than just not taking things. 'Di ba? Ngayon kasi if you are still a student, if you are still young, you think that honesty is just not taking other people's stuff, just speaking the truth, so on and so forth. But honesty is more than just that, okay? In a workplace setting, guys, your bosses, they wouldn't have their eyes on you all the time. So honesty also include yung mga time na spend mo sa office, okay? For example, if you are in the office and then you're not doing anything, that's not being honest to the company. So if you are in the office, make sure that you are working. Never cheat your company. Never cheat your customers, your associates, and your employers. All right. Example of this would be yung kunwari may company telephone man yan usually, right? If you are using the company's telephone inappropriately, if you're using it to or to make personal calls, that's considered being dishonest to the company. So make sure that everything that you do is in line with the company's policies, and that you, even if we have the saying, diba? Um, Even if there's no one around, you should still do what is right. So that's what it means to be honest. Next would be yung initiative. This one, initiative. The company employers, associates, they would always want a workmate who has initiative, a person who is motivated, enthusiastic, industrious, and hardworking. So when you are already employed, not just being employed, even if you are a student, if you have group projects, you should always have the initiative, guys. Okay, so make sure to be there, to think of things to do. You know, always be willing to see that work gets done. So that's what it means to have initiative. Okay. And right, next would be dependability. Dependability and accountability, this last two things here. So guys, dependability, like here in the earlier slides, diba, when I said dependability, reliability, and marketability. So dependability, when you are already in a work setting, you should always be dependable. Make sure that you know, you exude a an aura that people can depend on you, so that they can trust you, that they can rely on you. So being dependable would then lead to being successful in your workplace. Okay. And yeah, dependability, it's, you know, just opening yourself up to other members of your team. If they would approach you, ask for help, make sure that you help them. And even if they do not ask for help, always exude an aura that they can always approach you. So dependability, approachability. So that's what you have to work on. Next is accountability. All of these things, loyalty, honesty, initiative, dependability, they're more on what you can offer to your workmates, what you can offer as a person. This last one here is accountability. So this is more on being responsible for everything that you do inside the office. So be accountable for everything that happens. Okay, may it be a good thing, may it be a bad thing. Always be accountable if you know that you are the one who is responsible for that, or if you are the one who did that. So own your mistakes and successes. And right, accountability, that only, it doesn't really just talk about owning your mistakes, it also talks about owning your successes. Because guys, when you are already in a corporate world, or if you are already working, it's not really good to, even if you were the one mainly responsible for success, it's not always good to be super humble, yung magsabi ka, ay wala naman akong ginawa diyan para maging successful yan, sila yan lahat. So at times, guys, you also have to own your success, okay? It's not just owning your mistakes, you should also own your successes. All right. Next slide. This is one of my favorite things when discussing work ethics. It's appearance. Okay. It might seem very. It might seem very parang ano lang sa inyo. You might think of it as very simple lang appearance, because 'di ba? You always go out, you always take a bath, and then you wear your good things when you go out on Sunday. But yeah, when you are already working, guys, this is a very, very important item. So your appearance, because when you are working, 'di ba, if people do not know you, they wouldn't form opinions about you based on kung matalino ba kayo, magaling ba kayo, because they do not know that yet. So the first thing that comes into mind, or the first opinions that they would have about you, would be on how you present yourself. So work on your appearance, your smell, your cleanliness, and mannerism. So these are the things that you should always be considerate of when you are working. So make sure that you have good appearance, that you smell good, because even if I know it's the same when you are in class or when you are in school, 'di ba? If you have a classmate that smells bad, that's really off-putting. We oftentimes judge them. So when you are already working, it's also the same. People will judge you if they do not know you yet based on your appearance, okay? And also, appearance is not just wearing a suit, wearing a tie. It depends on your career, okay? Depending on the career, acceptable appearances will vary. Regardless of the job, there is no excuse for not being groomed correctly. Okay? So, if you are an engineer, it would be, 'di ba, hindi tama na appearance if you go to the site wearing a scrub suit. So it's also the same with nurses. You do not go to the hospital wearing a hard hat. So yeah, depending on your career, the acceptable appearances will vary. Okay, but despite everything, always make sure that you are groomed correctly. As I said, make sure that you smell good, that you are clean, that your nails are trimmed, and etc. And just a few tips: make it simple, guys. As much as possible when you go out, when you do interviews, when you work, make it simple. Don't make it too extravagant. Like for example, if you work in the hospital, you do not wear yung mga headdresses, di ba? So, just make it simple, avoid overdressing, wear subtle scents. So, wag masyado yung mga malalakas na mga perfume. Trim your nails. This is really important because when you talk to other people, when you shake hands, they would see your hands. Make sure that your nails are trimmed. Groom your hair. Groom your hair well, and always wear clean clothes. Okay. So next would be your attitude. So attitude talk about talks about yung outlook mo in life, not just in life, outlook mo in your work, outlook mo on things that would happen to you. Okay? So we have the half empty and half full na principle. This is the glass half empty, glass half full. So if you are already working, always be optimistic as much as possible. Make sure that you are the half full, glass half full kind of guy. Okay? Because for example, if your boss would ask you to do something, if all of the things that would come into your mind would be on how that thing is not possible, or how that thing cannot be done, 'di ba? You're setting yourself up to fail. So as much as possible, make sure that you are really optimistic, that you think about the glass half full instead of it being half empty. Yeah, always be confident. Confidence is one of the things that you really should have when you're already working. Accept constructive criticisms, guys. There's always, people would always criticize you on what you do. They would always have something to say. So make sure to accept it. Do not take it negatively, because criticism would always come to you. Set realistic expectations. Although you are a half full kind of guy, if your boss asks you to do something, of course be optimistic about it, but still set realistic expectations for yourself. If they ask you to build a building, you wouldn't say that you can build it the next day, right? So make sure that the expectations are still set, and have realistic expectations of yourself as well. Okay. And now, this is one thing that I would also want to share with you guys, yung attitude natin ito. So this is the first one, yung half empty, half full glass. And this one. So when you see these icons here, what comes into mind? 'Di ba, Facebook? We think about Instagram, we think about TikTok, so on and so forth. So since we now live in the digital age, our attitude, it doesn't only stay at the workplace. It's also observed and judged outside the workplace. Okay, so also in social media. So what we say and do online can also affect our organization. So remember that. For example, if you are working for a certain company, and then a news about that company comes up, and then you're the first one to share it, and then make bad comments about your company. So guys, please remember that um during during this age right now, the age that we are living in, although we are working in the office 8 hours, 9 hours straight a day, after we arrive home, please make sure, social media, it's still something that people would see. It's connected to our work somehow, so please be responsible. Always make sure that you think before you click. Be mindful of your posts, and remember what I said earlier. As an employee, you are a representative to your company. Okay, not just at work, not just when dealing with other companies outside, or dealing with vendors and partners, but also in social media, you still represent your company. Okay, next slide. Teamwork and cooperation. So this is something that I know you guys already have, because this is something that is being developed ever since we start ever since we start going to school. So we are asked to develop teamwork and cooperation with the members of our team, with the members of our group. Alam ko may mga Friday cleaners, Thursday cleaners, meron din tayong mga group projects like mga thesis natin, so on and so forth. Although minsan yung leader lang natin ang nag-work, but then we are still asked to, we are teamwork and cooperation is still instilled as values to us. So how do you facilitate teamwork and cooperation? So first is convey a willingness to assist others. So guys, teamwork and cooperation, it doesn't start um sa whole group yan agad. It starts with you, okay? So having teamwork and cooperation always starts with individuals. So it starts with you. So first and foremost, if it starts with you, you should convey a willingness to assist others. You should show your teammates that you are willing to help them, and also to have proper teamwork and cooperation, you should always follow the chain of command in resolving conflicts. There would always be a leader, there will always be a sub leader, so on and so forth. So if there are problems, always follow the chain of command and display leadership skills. Even if you are not the leader of your group, as much as possible, always display your leadership skills. Always be there to help out. Always be there to lead, even if your leader is not there. Okay, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't stay as an employee forever. There would be a time for you to grow, a time for you to be promoted. So use that time, or use those your use those experiences to really grow and to develop your leadership skills. And this is one thing that I would always suggest for you to have: respect the rights of others. Respect, okay? Respect is it's very important when you are already working. Although it's also important even if you are not working, diba, with your parents and so on. But when you are working, guys, always respect the feelings of the people next to you, the people that you are working with. Respect their time, respect their space. Don't speak if you do not know what is going on with that person. Okay, so always respect others, respect their rights. If they would want to pause for a moment, respect them. So make sure that you always have respect in everything that you do. Build rapport. Okay, this is a given because you are developing, you are fostering teamwork and cooperation. Of course, you must always have rapport with your teammates. Make sure to talk to them. Foster a good relationship with them. So there. So commitment and team spirit. That's always a given. And guys, a as an employee, you should always think that you are a team worker. Be cooperative, be assertive. Although this is a team, still be assertive. If you think that you know what is right and you think that your idea will work, assert it. Okay, but even though you are being assertive, always remember that you still have to respect other people. Okay. Okay, now we only have two items left. The sixth one is this: time management and organizational skills. So earlier we discussed being on time. So now we also have the time management and organizational skills. So earlier it's just being on time, being present at work, ending your work on time. But what happens when you are already working? So that's when time management and your organizational skills come in. um Prioritize and manage your time and stress effectively. That's something that you must do in order to succeed in your chosen profession. So first, be organized. I know some of you would always say, in your desk, you just put things anywhere, everywhere, and then there will be times when you would look for them, you can't see your pen, you can't see your notebook because your items or your paraphernalias are not organized properly. So guys, be organized. Also, measure how you're doing when you are working. Uh, have a pocket or wall clock and a calendar handy. So this is really important so that you would know, for example, if someone invites you to have a meeting at 3 p.m., always make sure that you have a timetable for your meetings. Make sure that you have a calendar in front of you so that you wouldn't agree to a meeting only to end up not being able to go there. Okay. Um, and also, guys, demonstrate flexibility in adapting to changes. So changes would always come, although you manage your time and organize everything appropriately. Changes would always come. So be sure to always to still be flexible. Okay. Okay, next would be yung productivity nyo. Time management and organization skills will also, lead to your productivity. Many people are scared to ask for help. So guys, even though you are working, to make sure that you are productive, always, if you do not know what you are doing, please always ask for help as well. And yeah, that would really elevate your work. That's what I do if, for example, I'm working in the recruitment team. There are certain things that I do not know. Although I manage my time correctly, even if I organize my things and make sure that everything is being done in a certain process, so on and so forth. There are still things that I cannot do by myself, and there are things that I do not know of, and I always make sure that I approach the correct people. I ask for help. Never never think of asking as a bad thing, guys. Okay, it's better to ask than to just do something without really knowing how to do it. So ask before. If you are not sure about anything, always ask. Okay, lastly, to develop a strong work ethics would be to work on your communication. So communication is not just being able to talk. It's not just by being able to speak Tagalog or being able to speak English. Communication is how you interact with other people, how you express yourself, how you express your ideas, how you express what's ever in your mind. Okay, that's communication. Um, Here I put in different aspects of communication, things that you really would have to work on. So first would be the body language. Guys, I wanna share this with you. Body language, um, it's actually 55% of the messages that we send to other people. It's more than what comes out of our mouth. Okay. When you are working, always make sure that your body language is is the same with what you are talking about. Like for example, if your boss would ask you, Carl, can I'm going to need a report to be submitted to me by 3 p.m. And then you tell them, okay, boss, that's okay. But then you are raising your eyebrows, you are slouching. Diba? What would that tell your boss? That means that you are not, you are not willing to do what he is asking you to do. So make sure that your body language is symmetrical or it's parallel with what you are saying. So that's body language. And one tip about body language, guys, would be to always smile. Earlier, in the past slides, there's in the attitude. We also see here the mannerisms, dependability. All of these things, guys, it would also stem up to you being approachable, and being approachable, to work on that. Please always smile when you are in the workplace. Always smile as much as possible when talking to people. Smile, because that would make them feel welcome. That would make people's perception about you be positive. So always smile, be approachable at work. Voice tone is also something that you should take note of. There are three types of voice tones. We have the negative, the neutral, and the positive voice tones. So when you are talking to other people, especially in a workplace, as much as possible, try to have a neutral or a positive voice tone. When you are coaching your, let's say, workmate, if you are coaching people who are working for you, then try to adapt a positive voice tone. When you are dealing with vendors, when you are dealing with partners, try to have a neutral voice tone. Okay. As much as possible, try to avoid a negative voice tone. Because that way people will think that you are not taking them seriously, and that you are not ready to talk to them, or you are not willing to converse with them. And also, when you are talking to other people, make sure that you follow their pace. Okay. You meet the pace of the other party. And if you want a voice tone, guys, no, if you want other people to notice you, if like for example, if you are in a meeting, try to increase your volume. So if you want to gain attention, increase your volume instead of you know um butting in on other people and whatnot. So if you want to really gain attention, you can raise your hands, increase your volume, and so on. And also, words is very important. Words are very important. I mean, always make sure that you use positive phrasing. use positive scripting. You already know that that is being taught at school. Um, Phrases that could help would be acknowledging phrases, affirming phrases, and assuring phrases. Good job, making sure that if someone does a good job, you tell them that, hey, that was awesome. You did a wonderful job about this stuff and that stuff. So try to make sure that you have those phrases with you. Affirming, it's not just by saying yes. Like, for example, if your boss would ask you, have you finished doing this or that? You don't just say yes. Tell them, yes, boss, I was able to do it perfectly. Tell them the history about what you have been doing. So try to avoid one-liners. Although we still keep it short, but try to avoid one-liners and try to avoid over explaining yourself. We also have the listening skills and empathy. As someone working in a team, working for a company, you would be working with other people as well. So try to develop your listening skills. If someone is talking, listen to them. Empathize with them if they are having problems. Try putting yourselves in their shoes. And yeah, that would work wonders for you. That would um, create relationships for you at work, and that would lead to your success as well. Lastly is the email etiquette. This is, you might think of this as something not that important, but since we are living in a digital age right now, most of the communication that have would happen through emails, it would happen through group chats, it would happen through Slack, Zoom, so on and so forth. Most of the meetings that I even have right now are through Zoom, through Microsoft Teams. It's not the same as before when we sit in a round table or when we sit in a boardroom. Most of the meetings that would happen now would be digital. Okay, so it's the same with communicating with other people. Mostly we would email our subordinates, we would email our bosses. So you should always have a good email etiquette. Email etiquette would include timely response, your professionalism when talking to other people, and when sending out an email, check your email twice before sending it out. Make sure that what you want to say would be really included in the body of the email and that it's short and concise. Okay? And yung sabi ko kanina, make sure that you always reply in a timely manner. Okay? Because it's really bad if, for example, if someone sends you an email and then you respond to them after a week. So that's not a good email etiquette. Always reply in a timely manner and be professional, even if it's only through an email. Okay? All right. I guess we're about done. Okay, where it's a success. So I just want to summarize everything. So guys, there are the 7 aspects of developing work ethics that I talked to you about. So first would be attendance. Make sure that you are on time, um, that you are ready prior to going to work. Develop your character. Be loyal to the company. Exude a dependable attitude towards others. Also, work on your appearance. That's the third thing that I talked to you about. Always be clean. Make it simple. Do not or avoid overdressing. And remember to trim your nails always. That's one thing. Brush your teeth. Make sure that you smell good. And your attitude, work on it. Be optimistic. Be positive. Don't be the pessimist in the company. If something is being asked of you, think of the things that would have a good impact on what is being asked of you instead of thinking about how it would fail. Also, work on your social media. Make sure that you are thinking before you are clicking. Since we are in the digital age, as I have repeated several times earlier, people will also observe you in social media, not just at work. We also have the teamwork and cooperation, time management and organizational skills, and your communication skills. Okay, so those are the 7 things that you really have to work on to ensure that you have a strong work ethic and for you to really succeed in your workplace. Okay, so first, to succeed, you really have to have good skills, the skills that are needed in your chosen job. So you have to have good skills, and lastly, you have to have good work ethics for you to succeed. All right. I guess that's all. I'm done. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I know it was a very quick discussion, and I hope you learned something.
Okay, so maraming salamat, Sir Carl. So guys, may tanong po ba tayo kay Sir Carl? Okay, can you give a virtual clap para kay Sir Carl? Ayun. So ayan na sir, nag-uumpisa na silang mag-react.
Na nga.
Okay po. So may tanong po ba tayo kay Sir Carl, guys? Hindi po pwede po magtanong. You can interact with our speaker, Sir Carl. You can post or you can raise your hands or type in your question using the comment section of the Facebook page or type in your question on our Zoom chat. Okay. So, sir, sa BXI po ba, tumatanggap po ba sila ng virtual OJT?
As of right now, we have OJTs naman. We nung pandemic we were accepting mga virtual na OJTs. I will check with our team, right? But I believe we are accepting virtual OJTs. But for that, I would have our university relations team na lang reach out to your faculty, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Sige po. By the way, sir, kasi we do have student, hindi lang po from PUP Main. We also do have students from PUP branches and campuses from Santa Rosa, San Pedro, Binyan, Cabiao, all over Luzon.
Ang
So,
daming sites.
sa ngayon, sir, kasi dahil pandemic, allowed
Yun na
na
nga.
kung ang allowed yung virtual OJT, pwede sila mag-OJT lalo na sa industry na gusto nila mag-OJT kahit nasa Manila pa yon. Tama po ba?
Yes po.
Opo.
Kung
So,
if ever available, madam, the if it's the same as before, if we are offering virtual OJT, our company would reach out to your faculty na lang po. And then if there are interested students, if some people are interested to be an OJT of PXI, just submit your resume lang, your records to us, and then we'll conduct the interview and we'll take it from there na lang po.
okay, sir. So, guys, pwede daw kayo mag-apply sa BXI. And at the same time, BXI is one of our partner. Pagdating po, marami pong PUP yan na nasa BXI. Tama po ba, sir?
Yes po, ma'am. Madami po. Actually, we have a lot of leaders then who started as agents from PUP. They started as agents. They got promoted as supervisors. Some of them are even managers right now po. All over our PH sites.
Okay. So guys, at least marami kayong mga kaisko at kaiska sa BXI. So pagka-graduate nyo, pwede na po kayo mag-apply. By the way, guys, at the moment, ang IT BPM industry is one of the booming industries pagdating sa ngayon, lalo na ngayong pandemic kasi they do have a flexible work schedule and flexible work term. Tama po ba?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay.
Flexible lang ating mga work times. And also pala, ma'am, I just want to inform everyone in this call right now, in this seminar po. The BPO industry, like for example, VXI, it's not we are not just limited to hiring call center agents. So for example, if later on in life you would want to join VXI, you could always apply as a member of the human resource team. We are also hiring IT specialists. We are hiring engineers as well for our facilities team. So there are a lot of opportunities in the BPO industry. And also, guys, when you work as an agent, there's always a room for growth. I know people who have been working for only 6 months, a year, and they have already been promoted. There are also people who have always only been in a VXI for a span of less than 5 years, but they are already managers and so on. So there's a good amount of growth in the BPO industry. So I want you guys to, to consider the BPO industry when you are already graduates, because this is a booming industry and there's a lot of opportunity for you.
Okay, so guys, pwede daw po tayo mag-apply sa BXI. And by the way, BXI offer not just a position for call center agent or for account executives, but they also do have positions for their company per se. Marami po silang position, yung kung gusto nyo HR, marketing, engineering, IT, accounting, for payrolls, etc. So they do have a lot to offer you. And at the same time, they do offer career growth. 'Di ba, sir? Meron kayong first day pa lang, you do have your HMO na. Extended
Yes,
up
ma'am.
to how many? I guess 2 to 3
Two, three.
person.
Yes po. Yes po,
Yes.
ma'am.
So, may mga dependent na agad. And by the way, syempre, sabi nga nila, malaking kumita sa BPO or IT BPM industry. Okay, so guys, may tanong po ba tayo kay Sir Carl? Okay, can you type in 12 if wala na po tayong tanong kay Sir Carl? And good to go na si Sir? Pa-type ng 12, guys. Yun. Okay, so maraming salamat Sir Carl for job well done. So wala silang tanong. So marami silang natutunan, I guess. Tama ba guys? Pa-heart reaction naman. Oh, ayun sir, marami raw silang natutunan and I hope you enjoy. Sir, later we'll see you again for the afternoon session, 2 o'clock. Tama po ba?
Yes po. I'll
And
see you
guys,
again
I'll see
later.
you soon uli mamaya. The Zoom room will be offered at exactly 1:05. Mamaya po para sa ating afternoon session. We do have a lot for this afternoon session. We do have again developing strong work ethics, e-resume writing and informational interviewing, time management and time management from Bulor Logistic, Jobs 180, and again, BXI. So may isa po tayong industry partner na hindi makaka-join sa atin today due to an emergency daw po sa office yan. Nagpaalam po sa atin. So inform lang po namin kayo. So I'll see you all guys later. And at the same time, ito na po ang ating PUP hymn.
Ang iyong Balik ang taglay, PUP aming